Upon launching the program, you'll see the Project Gallery, where you can select pre-designed templates to get you started quickly or choose a recent project. We'll start by taking a look at the main window. It contains the Library panel to the left and the Program Inspector to the right. We can hide or show them with the help of toolbar buttons. Now let's take a closer look at the Library panel. There are 3 tabs here: Object Library, which includes the building elements and furniture, the Material Library with all the supplied materials, and the Project Tree. The Project Tree is a breakdown of all of the objects included in the given project. Here you can control an object's visibility as well as lock and unlock it. Next, we have the toolbar. In the upper left corner, we have the menu button. It gives access to the projects and templates, import, export, and sharing options. The application settings can also be accessed from here. Then we have buttons for undo and redo commands, the delete button, and the store button. The delete button becomes active when any object or building element is selected either in 2D or 3D view. In the store, you can buy licenses or additional content. Next, we have the 2D tools. From left to right are located the Selection tool, then the drop-down with the straight and arc wall tools for drawing walls, the Room tool for creating complete rooms, the Floor, the Ceiling, and the Opening tools for creating custom floors, ceilings, and openings. The auxiliaries contain dimension and annotation tools as well as camera and movie tools for adding user cameras and creating videos. Auto dimensions and guides are also controlled through this menu. We also have pan and zoom tools. Additional zoom controls can also be found in the bottom of the window. 3 rightmost buttons change the mode you work in. There is the 2D view for creating floor plans, the 3D view for viewing and refining the interior, and split mode, which is a combination of both. The 3D tools include a set of movement tools that allow you to walk through, look around, and fly through your project. But there's also the option of using the movement wheel, which is in the lower center of the 3D view. LiveHome 3D offers 2 rendering modes for the sake of convenience and flexibility: Shadows and Lights On, and Shadows and Lights Off, which is the faster of the 2 options. Now let's look at the inspector. The first tab contains object properties where you can control the characteristics of walls, furniture, columns, and other objects. Next, we have the Materials tab, which controls what materials are applied to objects. In the 2D Properties tab, you can alter the appearance of the floor plan and the objects there. The Cameras Properties tab contains all of the cameras in the current project. Here you can add, delete, and switch between user cameras and movie tracks, as well as record movies. The Light Properties tab contains the controls to adjust the light sources, including the sun and moon. You can also change the external environment. And finally, we have the Building Properties tab. This is where the new stories and auto roofs can be added and deleted. You may set the common height of the stories and adjust other parameters here. Now let's take a quick look at the program's settings. The General tab contains information about the app and lets you change the color theme. On the Project tab, you can set the measurement units and scale, story height, and other parameters. The 2D tab contains snapping settings and various view options. The options in the 3D Settings tab control the 3D rendering quality and the program performance. Now, to make work much quicker for yourself, take a look at the Program Help to learn about shortcuts connected with many of these actions.